Good day, everyone. You're welcome to this week's Business and Investment Tips program, a production of RCCG Christ Church Radio with Dr. Ayodeji Ebo, an investment professional. This week, we focus on inflation cools further in September 2025, trends, drivers, and outlook. Last week, the National Bureau of Statistics, NBS, released the Consumer Price Index (CPI) report for September 2025. The CPI measures inflation by tracking changes in the prices of goods and services that households purchase. By analyzing these price variations over time, we can gain valuable insights into economic trends and the overall cost of living. The CPI is calculated monthly, and inflation is expressed in two primary ways: by comparing prices of goods and services from September 2025 to September 2024 year on year, and from September 2025 to August 2025 month on month. According to the report, Nigeria's headline inflation is by 18.02% year on year in September 2025 relative to 20.12% year on year in August 2025. However, on the month on month basis, headline inflation moderated slightly to 0.72% month on month in September 2025 compared to 0.74% month on month in August 2025. The sharp decline year on year is due to a more rapid price increase in the prior year. Food inflation, a critical component of the CPI basket, eased year on year to 16.87% in September 2025 compared to 21.87% year on year in August 2025. On a month on month basis, food inflation declined sharply to minus 1.57% in September 2025 from 1.65% in August 2025. Effectively, there was a deflation in food prices, a situation suggesting that food prices were cheaper during the month. Core inflation, which excludes agricultural products and energy items, continued its downward trend, declining 19.53% year on year in September 2025 from 20.33% year on year in August 2025. On a month on month basis, core inflation edged lower to 1.42% from 1.43% in August 2025. Key takeaways: 1. Prices are still rising on a year on year basis, but the pace of increase has slowed significantly, with headline inflation dropping 2.1 percentage points from August. Month-on-month pressures have also eased slightly, which could open the door for monetary policy easing at the next MPC meeting if this trend holds. 2. Food prices saw a notable relief, with the month-on-month rate turning negative for the first time in recent months. Between August and September, average food prices decreased by 1.57%. To put this in perspective, a food item that cost 1,000 naira last month now costs about 984 naira 30 kobo. If prices stabilize or continue this moderation, the same item could remain below 1,000 naira by year end, easing household budgets. 3. The easing of core inflation reflects ongoing stability in non-volatile sectors, bolstered by consistent foreign exchange rates. 4. Major contributors to inflation include food and non-alcoholic beverages 7.21%, restaurants and accommodation services 2.33%, and transport 1.92%. Food remains the most significant driver, but its slowdown is positive for low-income households. Transport and housing costs continue to weigh on disposable incomes, though energy-related components showed moderation. 5. Adamawa 23.69%, Katsina 23.53%, and Nasarawa 22.29% experienced the most significant increases in prices between September 2024 and September 2025, likely due to lingering supply chain disruptions from weather and logistics issues. In contrast, Anambra 9.28%, Niger 11.79%, and Bauchi 12.36% saw the slowest rise, possibly from better local harvests and subdued demand. In summary, the September 2025 inflation report indicates a robust slowdown in both headline, food, and core inflation, driven by base effects and seasonal improvements in food supply. Policymakers should prioritize sustaining agricultural security, enhancing energy distribution, and implementing targeted regional interventions to lock in this disinflationary momentum and bolster economic recovery. Inflation expectations. We expect headline inflation to moderate further in October 2025, aided by sustained foreign exchange stability and the Dangote refinery expanded output, which could keep energy prices in check and reduce pass-through effects. Food inflation may face mild upside risks from harvest timing in northern regions, but overall pressures should remain contained amid improving security in farming areas like Benue and Niger State. Thank you for listening. Please join us same time next week for another interesting and insightful session. For questions, comments, and feedback, kindly forward to ebo.ayodeji@gmail.com or send an SMS to 07082463747. Stay blessed and have a great week. Bye.